Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are jumping into the Ipsy X Boxy Lux, whatever you want to call it. This is the Icon Box takeover from Pat McGrath, and I'm going to be so honest right now that I am so disappointed with this box, and we're going to go through all of the ways that this let me down when we jump into the video. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe, because that's going to be the best way to stay up to date and all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into the disappointing November Icon Box, stay tuned. All right, I know that I'm going to sound like a spoiled brat when I say this because this was sent in PR. This is not sponsored. They do not pay me to promote these. They just send the box and I publish a review. So when I opened up the Pat McGrath Icon Box, and I found one Pat McGrath product in there, and it was not one that I necessarily like, I'm definitely going to be disappointed, especially because a lot of the marketing material basically said that nearly everyone was going to get one of those quads, the pink rosy eyeshadow quad. I did not. So the first item out of the box is the only Pat McGrath item, and it is the Dark Star Mascara from Pat McGrath Labs. I'm going to be dropping this in an upcoming giveaway. I will be putting on instead the Pat McGrath Labs Fetishize Mascara, which in my opinion is so much better. I do not like that one. I find it to be a little bit too clumpy and a little bit too extreme. Two quotes, extreme, if you will. I prefer this one because I find it just coats my lashes better, gives me a better curl, looks better, lasts better. That one made me look like I had spidery lashes, which I don't love. Now, I will say this is not my favorite mascara, but I like it more than the other Pat McGrath one. Like you'll notice, it gives me decent volume. It definitely coats my lashes nicely. I find it's a tiny bit clumpy, and if you are sensitive to fragrance, it has a very strong, like rosy floral scent. That being said, I don't mind the fragrance. I just typically, I will use this when I'm wearing a lash because I don't love how it looks on its own, but it is so much better, in my opinion, than the Dark Star Mascara. All right. And as always, one eye looks better than the other, but I feel like that's not the mascara's fault. My lashes always look better on this eye. I'm not sure why, but that's just something I'm going to have to learn to live with. But anyway, first item out of the box is a pass. The next item is from Murad, and this is the Rapid Collagen Infusion with collagen and amino acid serum. I have been raving about this for years. This is a repackaged and an updated formula, so I will have to give this a try in the upcoming weeks just to see if I still like it. But if you have been on my channel for years, like many of you have, you will know that I used to rave about this serum. It almost felt like, not waxy, but very smoothing to the point where when I put it on in the morning, I looked airbrush even before I touched any makeup at all. And back then, I was working at Sephora, I was doing training in multiple stores, and at the time, I was in full beat every single day for 9, 10, 11 hours, and that was such a great product as a prep step underneath my makeup. So definitely going to have to give this a try. The value of this alone covers the price of the box. So when I opened and said that I was disappointed, it's really that this is not a Pat McGrath box to me. This to me is an Ipsy box with a Pat McGrath mascara. So not a takeover box, not an icon box. To me, it's just a box. But this, 10 out of 10 product. All right, next is the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Color in the shade Strike a Rose. I actually have this already, and I've used this on camera. Let me know if you want to see me use it again. I already have just a wash of shimmer on my lids from a different video, so it would be a waste to try putting this on top. It's a really good formula. It lasts really long. It doesn't crease. I will say I prefer the Bobbi Brown color sticks a little bit more. They tend to be a little waxier, so you can blend them and smoke them a little bit more. I find the Laura Mercier ones to be a tad drier, but they do wear really well if that's what you like. Speaking of Bobbi Brown, the next product is the highlighting powder in the shade Pink Glow. And I have actually used this product. I used to own it, and I don't know what happened to it because with all of the cross-country moves from New York to Florida to Colorado to Chicago, somehow I don't own it anymore. But I am a huge fan of this formula. I love the way this shimmer works. And I actually never had it in a full size. I had it in one of the little small sizes that you get at the checkout area in Sephora. so that'll tell you how long ago I've had it. But I loved this formula. It's just such a pretty wash of color. I'm going to take this on this brush right here, and I am actually going to just take this all over the lid just to brighten up the color that was already on there, because I feel like it was a little muted. And this is just going to add a little bit more pinkiness to it. You know, I mean, look, I love my pink. And I'm going to take a tiny bit more over the cheekbones. And as always, when you put on highlight, grab whatever blush brush you used and just kind of blend over everything. That way your highlight sort of blends into your blush and the whole thing looks like it's coming through your skin as opposed to sitting on top of your skin. I'm going to grab a detail brush and I am going to use this just to highlight the inner corner. What I like about this formula is because it's a little bit older, and by older I don't mean the product, I mean the formula, because the product's been out for several years, is if you like a 2016 blinding highlight, you can absolutely get it with this product. But if you prefer more of that natural lit from within glow and you want something a little bit softer, you can get that with this as well. I love how that just opens up the eyes. If I ever forget to highlight my inner corner, I feel like my makeup doesn't look good that day. All right, 4 more products. Next, from Dew of the Gods, this is The Theory Retinol and Oat Milk Hyaluronic Cream Blend. This is an all-day moisturizer. Formulated with retinol, hyaluronic acid, vegan oat milk. It is an iced London fog latte, California vegan style. I don't know what the hell that means, but interesting. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients. Lavender oil, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, aloe vera, so it'll be nice and calming, hyaluronic acid, retinol, vegetable glycerin, so oil. So this is definitely chamomile, again, soothing, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, light and bright and tighten. So from the ingredients, this is definitely going to be a really nice anti-aging, hydrating product. I mean, retinol is the best anti-aging ingredient, and I use it in my routine almost every night. Make sure if you're using retinol that you are absolutely, no questions, wearing sunscreen the next day. You should be wearing sunscreen every day because nothing ages you more than the sun. And that is something you got to keep in mind because the sun does age us. I'm actually going to show you something really interesting. Keep forgetting to talk about this, but a brand had sent me a mirror that actually captures your face and tells you where you're missing sunscreen. And they sent in there a UV test card. So I'm going to take this. It goes purple depending on how strong the UV is. And I'm going to place this right here on my desk. I'm not going to clip anything. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to let it sit there for about 30 seconds. And I'm going to pick it up. You can kind of see the sun on my face. And right away, you can see that it's already started to go purple, saying you need a minimum of SPF 25 in order for your skin to be protected. And that's me inside, just sitting near a window. So SPF is not optional, especially if you're using retinol. All right, so again, obviously I'm not gonna be trying this on today. You will know if you have an allergic reaction or contact dermatitis or you don't like the smell of a product, but until you're consistently using it for 28 to 60 days, you don't know if it's gonna work for you. So I'm gonna have to wait to really put that to the test. Next, this is the I can't read. Art and Acre cold processed stem cell scalp serum using apple and bamboo pea. So that is really cool, actually. So this is gonna be a hair serum to help with scalp health for fuller and thicker looking hair. I do not have an issue needing fuller, thicker looking hair. I'm very fortunate like that. So I'm going to be passing on this. I have enough products in my hair care routine that I don't need to add something that I don't need yet. I am very fortunate, and in my mid-30s, I think I'm good. Knock on wood. All right, next from Patchology, we have the Flash Patch Illuminating Eye Gels. Now, I have used Patchology eye gels before, and I do like them. However, I'm going to be passing on this because I do not like the ones that come in this sort of jar. For me, every time I open this, I feel like I'm letting the juices out, and I feel like they get drier and drier as you use each pair. So for me, I prefer like the Wander Beauty ones or the one size ones where they come individually wrapped, so they are always fully saturated. That's going to be a pass from me. What I will say is when I was doing makeup, I loved having this in the kit just because it was so easy to just pop one out and pop it on somebody. Adds that little flair of like spa luxury to your makeup clients. So if you're a working makeup artist, bring eye gels. Also helps while you're doing the eyeshadow first if they have it on there just to depuff. And the last item is from LYS Beauty. It is not Liss Beauty. It is LYS. It stands for Love Yourself. And it is the Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil Duo. It is a $22 value. Taking a quick look at the ingredients, just because, as always, we don't want to kill my husband and use anything with apricot in it. Killing Brandon, not desirable. And I don't see any. So this has 2 lip oils in there. And as always, I love the packaging. This one seems to have a tint to it, and this one seems to be a little bit clear. I feel like that's going to be a little too dark for my no makeup vibes today. And I already have a lip balm on, but I am going to add just a touch of this on top. Let me just double check. Sunflower, carrot, sweet almond, and macadamia nut oil. Please be careful if you have a nut allergy. This does contain nut oils. All right, we're going to take a tiny bit of this and just apply some. Definitely a thicker formula. Wow, that is very glossy. Smells and tastes really good though. Okay, so that is super glossy. I feel like it makes my lips look huge, not in a bad way, just like that much shine and gloss. It's like tricking the light into making it look like I have filler, which I don't hate it at all. Like that just looks so luxurious and definitely like it on its own, but I feel like I want to try this on top of like a lip color because that just looks really good. All right, this is definitely going to be the standout product for me, and I know that like a little disappointing when the 2-pack for $22, so the $11 lip gloss is the highlight, but when it's good, it's good. I definitely think that I mean, I love this product. You're definitely getting your value out of this box for sure, but I will say that when I look at the lighting keeps changing. Sorry about that. When I look at the box as a whole, it just doesn't feel very curated by Pat McGrath. And I know it's not like a takeover box where all you're going to get is Pat McGrath products, but a single mascara to me is not indicative of a Pat McGrath takeover box. Anyway, sound off down below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!